Hello there, this is Cheryl Lentz, independent. Oh, I'm sitting so close. Sorry. This is Cheryl Lentz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, talking to you on Tuesday at 2. So I have 2 brand new stamp sets from the new catalog, and we're going to do a card. I'm going to make a card with them. One of them, I love all the word sets. That's one of my favorite things to get when the new catalog comes out. I mean, there's lots of all kinds of things, but I love when they have some words, beautiful words, and the fonts are kind of fun and different. So that's, I paired up one set that has, I don't think this other one has, one set that's a bundle and one set that I think is alone. I don't think that there's a bundle with it. I don't know yet. I might be telling you totally false information, but anyhow, they're all from the new catalog. And so, hi Cindy, I wanted to show you one of the cards that we would be doing in class, and it uses some masking. It's really a very simple card, but you're using masking and you're using our blending brushes. So with the most unused color in the neutral family, I believe Sahara Sand and Night of Navy. So simple, simple. So let's get started. Cindy, it'll be interesting to see if this is one that you have or 2 that you have. So I love the navy. I love the with the Sahara Sand. Sorry, I didn't mean to spit. I just think they look lovely together. So I'm going to turn around, show you the card. We're going to get started. Here we go. So close your eyes if this bothers you. I have to look up my bifocals. There we go. Da, 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 da. Here we go. Okay. So there's my desk. You can't see all the messiness. So here's the card. So here's the card that I did. Here's the inside. And this branch wasn't going to be there, but I smudged there. So I stamped something. So then I stamped a little more around it. So it was just kind of like, enveloping, right? Going all around, framing in. I'm trying to say framing in. Isn't the font beautiful? So it's happy birthday, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. And on the front, it's like, you are wonderful in every way. The stamp sets that I used are Happiness Abounds. That's the one with the beautiful words. Just love that font. I thought that was lovely. And Nature's Prints. So, gorgeous prints. The only thing I didn't use, I don't think I used this one. And one of them I lost. I lost something already. That's really really sad. It's stuck on something here. So anybody coming to class, if you find it, I'll give you a special treat. So we're going to make this card today. So how I started out to do this is I used masking. So I have Post-it notes that are called super sticky, and they are sticky all over. So when I'm creating a mask, I don't like to punch or die cut onto just the sticky. So I put it on a piece of our cardstock. So here, this is sticky all over. I'm just going to set it here like that. And then I'm going to use my die and die cut that. And then I'll peel off. I'm going to put just an edge of this where this has the stripe line. That's where it's not sticky, so you can pull it up easier. So I'm just going to put the edge on there. And I'm going to cut that out. Can I get that on my Mighty Mini? Maybe not. Let's see. Maybe so, maybe not. Let's try it. Here we go. I just need to cut out that one circle here. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. There it goes. Fell down onto the dog bed. Ay, ay, ay. Here, I'm just going to cut some of this off so it'll fit in here. A little too wide. There we go. Okay. So I'm setting, this is the super sticky. Here's my framelit, my die. I don't think we say framelit anymore, do we? It's the circle die. It's just a circle die. And there we go. There we go. Okay, let's crank it. And all I want to use, now put the circle aside and I can use that for something else, but all I really wanted was the circle cut out of the Post-it note. Let's see here. So here we go. So I'm going to take my papers that are all put up and nicely, this is how you would get it in class. Julie went ahead and cut this one. So this die cut is from the Natural Prints dies. So it's kind of a cool cut. And I'll show you some other cards that I did with it too. But it has like a line around it. So it has a little texture. It's not just, see that? Hi, Judy. It's kind of a cool thing. So I took my one little piece of paper here and my sticky all over sheet. It's just easier to cut it out this way. I can use this circle for something else. I'll put that in my whites. Okay, and then I just put it on here. I tried to kind of center it to the top and to the sides, but it's just kind of random. So there we go. I put that down. Then I don't have to worry about that curling up or coming out for the rest of my, while I'm daubering it up. So the first thing I did was I took my Sahara sand and my brush. I love these brushes. And I wanted to kind of go around, and I don't want it a solid color, so I wanted it light and dark. So I'm just taking the brush and rubbing it on my pad here. I generally start off the paper and go and start kind of going. I probably should have re-inked this one, but you can see how it will get darker. And I just kind of brush around my paper here, just adding a little bit of color. I like to start off of the paper, off of the cardstock a little bit, just so that I don't get like hard lines in here. You know, like we used to do with the little daubers. Even with the daubers, when I use them, I start off of the paper and then brush it, because I don't like to get the little circles. I just want it smooth coloring here. So I'm just going over it with the Sahara sand as much as I want. And each one, this is one of those that each one will look a little bit different, you know, depending on how much ink you put in and that kind of stuff. Because I'm going to also go over this with Night of Navy. So I laid down my base of Sahara sand. And under this is going to be, you know, bright white. So that'll look really cool. And you'll see the difference more when I take that off. So there we go. So now I have my Sahara sand down. And then I'm going to go with my Night of Navy. And with this one, I wanted it to kind of radiate off of this circle. So again, I'm just rubbing it, and I'm starting in the center of the circle and just going out a little bit. So it doesn't need quite as much, you know, with the blue being so much darker. And I'm just kind of going around the edges like that. And then I also just brushed it. So this is going to be lighter and darker depending on where you're hitting it on there, but that's okay. I just wanted it a little bit, because I'm going to stamp over the whole thing too. So it just kind of softens the edges, kind of gives it a little bit of, closes it in a bit. There we go, like that. Ta-da. Ta-da. Okay, now I went with all of my plants here, and this is from the Nature's Prints. So love this fern. I think it's so pretty. So all of this is just sort of random. You know, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of laying them down here and there, wherever. Going off. Oh, look at that. I made a mistake. I pressed too hard. So we're just going to cover that up. Ta-da. And then I'm also going to put this pattern on too. So we're going to cover that up. Ta-da. No mistakes here. You just cover it up. There we go. So I just sort of randomly, put these in here. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever you want to do. And I think I'm going to leave that at that. Maybe put one more in over here. Okay. Ta-da. So it's just sort of going around it. All right, we'll do some more in the inside. But for now, this part is done, and I'm going to peel my mask off here. So you can see how bright white that looks. It's like, woo! Okay, and those can be used multiple times, the masks. So, okay, so I didn't want it just white, so I went over it with this stamp here with the Sahara sand. So ink this up, and I just kind of filled this in like this. Just a little bit. So it's really light. It goes out of the circle. That's okay. And here are my words are going to go on here. So right here it says, "You are wonderful in every way." Now, who wouldn't want to get that? Set that off to the side here. So I'm using my Night of Navy, and hopefully I do it right because I have only one done. There we go. So straight down, straight up, ta-da. Okay, so we're gonna layer this on Night of Navy. My handy dandy glue. I want to put the base on, get these layers put together before I go ahead and put this on with dimensionals for the verse. So here we go. It just looks sharp with it looks like it's popped up. I mean, it gives you the illusion of dimension just by having that on there. Okay, and then I used dimensionals here, ta-da, ta-da, there, and put this right in the center. Okay, hopefully I just kind of eyeballed it, but the size of this circle, it fits about right with these points on the die cut. So if you have it right around there, it's kind of an easier way to tell if you're centered correctly. Ta-da. And then the base of the card is the Sahara sand. So I could have popped this up, but I didn't. I just we have the center popped up, and this is just going to go flat onto the card base. There. Ta-da. See how simple it looks? So much more involved than what it is. And then in the inside, I didn't do any of the brushing or masking. I left it white, but I did do the stamping with the verse, and then I kind of stamped around it. So I love this font. So here's the happy birthday. There we go. Happy birthday. There. Crisp and clean. And then here is wishing you all the happiness you can imagine, which would be a really great one for a wedding too, don't you think? I think that would be really a nice verse. So I'm just kind of tucking it up in. It's nice that it's photopolymer so I can see where I'm going. And then I did add some of the greenery around it. Ta-da. Let's see here. I think I only did that one once, and then I did some of these. Like I said, the one only got in because I smudged it, but I kind of liked how it looked, so I'm going to go ahead and do that again. And then I did once with the Sahara sand. I think this is, I'm not sure. Y'all know what this plant is called. I keep thinking ginkgo. I'm not sure if that's right, but that's what is in my head. And I'm just stamping right over the top. So you have kind of gives it kind of a ghosty outline. I like that. Okay. And then this goes on the Night of Navy. So you still have room to write a little bit here and sign your name. You don't have to be too wordy because the verse is perfect, right? Here we go. So no ribbons, no bling, no nothing. But I love this card. We're going to be doing this one in class. I just think it's just pretty. And it's pretty fast. You know, considering you have a couple of different steps, it goes pretty quickly, but looks really nice, I think. There. Ta-da. There we go. Now you could bling it up. You could put some other things on, but I just thought it has enough going on, and I like the subtlety of it. I think it's kind of fun. So that was the masking technique on that one. I also did another one with that same set. Sorry, this is now all messy. So on this one, I took my Post-it notes all over and I just put them right across at a diagonal. I didn't worry that it wasn't exactly the same. I just put it right across, and I did the same technique, except I didn't rub it with the blue. On this one, I used Night of Navy around it. This one, I just simply used the Sahara sand and then stamped it with the Night of Navy. These are cutouts, so it has that. Here is that same cutout. I'm using the same colors, but you can see on this one, it's lined. So see how it has the Sahara sand around it. What I did was I cut out the Sahara sand, and I just cut it right down the center, and then I cut it off here. These little points I cut off so that the top and the bottom line up perfectly and give it a different edge. So you have that lined on there. So that was the other one I did with this set. And again, in the inside, so same colors. Now here's a simpler one. We're going to do this one in class too. Strictly white, the Whisper, that's not Whisper White, it's Basic White now, right? Basic White and Night of Navy. But what goes along with this suite is a new embossing folder. And can you look at that? Isn't that cool? So it's all the ferns all over. Hello, Jean. And then inside, I just think this one was so pretty too. So there we go. So those are the three. I have more of them, but these are the three that I did, and I wanted to show you the masking because I think that's really fun. So Night of Navy, Sahara sand, very simple. Try masking in anything that you do. So here's the, if you're doing masking where you're cutting out a specific flower or something like that you want to mask around it, like you see all the flowers, you have one in the foreground, that's the one you're going to stamp first, and then you would mask that. So when you make your mask, you stamp it on cardstock, cut it out just along the inside of the inked line, and then put your mask over it. That way, when you mask it, if you're stamping a flower over here, you won't have, sometimes you'll have that little white line where there's no ink. But if you cut your mask inside this inked line and put it over the item that you want to mask, and you stamp over it, you're not going to have that little line. So if that makes sense, I'm not sure. But I will, we'll do some masking with some of the flowers, and I'll do one with that too. And show you what I'm talking about. But ta-da! These are the cards. Beautiful new sets. Happiness Abounds and Nature's Prints. The die cut comes here with Nature's Prints. Lots of cool dies. Love the big circle die. I did some things with that too. But and then this one. So maybe we'll do one with using these flowers next time, and we'll do some masking. So that's it. Talking on Tuesday at 2 with these beautiful new cards, new stamp sets from our new catalog. I do have catalogs here, so if you need one, let me know. I can get it out to you. And yeah, you're going to want it. May 3rd is when you can start purchasing from that catalog. So as a demonstrator, that's one of the benefits. We can purchase early. So lots of fun. That's a big, huge benefit for me. I like getting my hands on it ahead of time and starting to play. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Here we go. Ba-boom. Okay. So, demonstrators, is this one of the sets or two of the sets that you purchased? And have you done anything with it? Let me know. It would be kind of fun to compare notes. I just love the simplicity of the clean kind of colors and just sort of putting it together like that. It was lots of fun. So that's all I have for you today. I will be back tomorrow for Winging It on Wednesday. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to pull out of my hat for tomorrow, but perhaps because we don't have a new kit, I have some new ones that are going to be coming out, new monkey cut kits. Perhaps I'll do the masking tomorrow. We'll work on that flower and show you that. So I'll put my thinking cap on. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good evening, and please join me tomorrow for Winging It on Wednesday at 2. Thank you. Bye-bye.